I grew up in an environment where every glance felt like a verdict, where I was constantly judged for the way I looked. I was constantly judged for the fact that I was obsessed with self care. I was constantly judged for the fact that I was very assertive and I was adamant and I would never give up on things I believed in. To the point that I was old enough to start my own business. And what I used is what I call is intentional discretion, which I'll tell you about this later in the video, which is a key to a mindset shift. And that mindset shift will help you to break free. But before that, what I want you all to understand and know is that why people judge. And what you'll realize, it's so surprising that it was not at all about you all the way. If you're being judged, it's never about you. All along, it was never about you. Now imagine this. So, why they judge you? Number one, if you do something outside the box, if you do something differently than what is considered as acceptable or normal, you'll be judged. So you'll understand that you'll see in your even in your environment that someone who is a little different or do some things differently, people often tend to judge them, right? So if I don't understand you, I'll label you. And it's easier. So I'll give you a very simple example. When I was growing up, I looked a little different than others, right? I was tallest in the class. I had golden brown hair, and people would stare at me like death stares. They would constantly stare at me, and they would cook up stories based on my looks, till I even was in 12th standard in high school. And when I started my business, I was judged because I decided to limit my communication with some people, especially people who would judge me all along. And the reason I did that because I didn't want to indulge myself. I didn't want to distract myself. And that's my decision. It's absolutely perfectly fine. So they started saying that, is she having affairs? Is she going up with some different guys? And what's going on with her? Like that. And here I was trying to build something. It was a crucial point in my life. And there. So that's what I'm saying. People will speak no matter what. You stick to your decisions. Number second is if they struggle secretly with something, they'll suppress that in you. Number third is easiest thing to assume than to understand. To understand, I would do, okay, please tell me why, what happened? Why aren't you in touch with me so much or often? What happened? Is something wrong with you? Or, are you working on something? And I would understand. So understanding someone needs a lot of time and empathy, and you need to listen to that person, and you need empathy from heart. You need to have concern really from heart to even ask that question. So because it's quick and it's easier feel to judge. So, and last but not the least, if you do some things differently, like I think I mentioned this point before, if you do some things differently, don't think you're wrong. You're not wrong, you're just doing things differently, which might be right for you, not for them. So if you see in all these things, it was never about you. It was not about you at all. It was neither about them as well. So let's not judge that, because maybe even they are going through some things which we don't know and they can sort it out. But let's just think that it was never about us. So now what's happening is the subconscious is understanding, hey, it was never about me. Never ever. Now, how I use intentional discretion to my benefit. What it simply means. Number one, if they judge you, I do not defend. My truth does not need a courtroom. Number second, I choose how much I want to reveal. Number third, I choose to be selective. I choose to be private if I want to. And not based on any avoidance. Please note that. It's based on the emotional maturity and wisdom. That's about it. I chose, and the most powerful one, by the way, I chose my emotions. I let my mind choose what I want to feel. I won't let my mind control me. It means that you are giving the world the power to control you if you do not control your mind. And that will shape you, the person you're not even meant to be. You're not supposed to be. And that's the most scariest thing you can think of. You don't let do that to yourself. And because what's happening is they're trying to constantly register this narrative in your subconscious mind, and that can really create self-doubts. That can create self-doubts, that can create misunderstanding within your own self, and that can be very damaging for long term. So you choose, it's your choice. And remember, the more they judge you, the more chance you get, in fact, to practice this mindset shift, the more strength you gain. You don't lose anything. Remember that. So if someone needs to hear this, please share with them. And if you're someone who's getting judged, it's okay. It's not about you. Have a lovely, lovely day, and I wish you all the best. And I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.